You never know what to expect when I'm expecting.
Hello, welcome back to another Housewives chart reading. Today is Teddi Mellencamp, who was there, and we can all agree on that. The Housewives of Beverly Hills. We have her birthday, according to wikibio.us, as July 1st. We don't have the exact time. So no houses, no rising. What are you gonna do? So again, no one asked for this, so I'm not doing a full reading. And yeah, it should be fun. This is fun.
Thought that, Teddi, maybe you were gonna be a little boring.
Okay.
So here is this chart. It wasn't available anywhere, so I just did this one myself. So we have July 1st, no exact time, in Bloomington, Indiana. So obviously she's a Cancer, which, you know, I've talked about a lot because it's Cancer season. But what's cool is she has her moon conjunct the sun. So conjunct just means it's right next to it. And it's just a really potent combination for Cancer because it's the emotional life and the personality, it's the habits and the positive and negative habits and the beauty of it. It's just like a double dose of Cancer. So, you know, she's really interested in building something and building this nurturing like family. So I think you can I don't know if we really saw that well, she was pumping out the babies. We do know that.
Oh, and then pregnant. God help us.
But she also her business and her community. Cancers really do like to be entrepreneurs quite often. Having strong Cancer, I should say. They do have, and she has strong Cancer with the sun and the moon. So having her accountability, she's an accountability coach. Yeah, I'm gonna say she is. You can kind of see that in this combo here that, you know, I'm assuming she wants to be an accountability coach to make this better community type of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. The other thing that I find very interesting about her chart is the amount of squares she has going on. So she has this, so all of these, not these ones, these are opposition lines, but these ones here, they're all squares. And except for the one down here, they're kind of all in these groupings of really big conjunctions going on, but they're all square each other. So there's this level of working together at ease that's also made more difficult by these squares. So we talked about this. And so the moon and the sun, as well as her Mercury and her Mars, so they're both in Gemini, and that's really having that combination together is really fighting to get out this message. It's because Gemini is about the communication, and having Mercury there, that's also about communication. It's a very honestly, it's a very friendly kind of combination, and having Mars there really just means it's about having something to say and making sure that you are working hard to get that message out there. But her Mercury, it was in retrograde when she was born, according to this. So it doesn't show up as, I guess, the stereotypical Gemini. It's not, if you have a stereotype for Gemini, insert here, she does not come up as that. But both of those combos are squaring her Jupiter and her Saturn. So Jupiter and Saturn, are in Libra. And again, Jupiter is that expansion and that yes and that growth. And Saturn is the one that's putting kind of the limits out there. So especially when you're younger, that's a really tough combo because you're it can feel very stifling because you're not really sure how to deal with the authority and that Saturn's bringing and the consistency that it's bringing. Typically because when you're a kid, it's all about growing. So it takes some time to get to that place where you know how to, that creating those limits actually helps you to move forward. It takes some time, but having them both in Libra is really dealing with relationships. So it's really setting like boundaries and growing in her relationships and finding that middle path and not getting sucked up into another person maybe, or just taking on the opinions of those around you, or you know, being stifled with indecision, and really just trying to figure out the nice balance of it all. It's, again, Libra's the balance. It's finding balance in life, and that, and growing that balance to having, you know, a nice time here on this planet. But having the squares with all of this just means all of these beautiful combinations have just become that much harder to express, basically. So this relationship, and Cancer loves to have this familial relationship, and it wants to nurture and grow. It could have been very, very difficult for her to make these, you know, the sign of relationship with Libra. It was probably hard to marry those two because they don't naturally want to work together given the square. Same thing, it was probably difficult to communicate in relationships because again, they just naturally didn't want to work together. And having that square, basically life is just asking you, like, you know, gotta work on that, gotta figure this out. It's, and as you get older, you figure it out. And you kind of know those habits and that type of thing. Yeah, squares are just asking you to work a little bit harder to make those happen. So yeah, there be Teddi. My hair like that the whole time. It was, that's fine. But yeah, that's Teddi. Happy birthday. Goodbye.
I don't know what the Teddy's doing, to be honest with you.